Most business videos don't convert. And after working with companies on video strategy for more than a decade, the reason is almost never the production quality. My name is Adam Booth, and on this channel we talk about how businesses can utilize video and build trust and authority, not just to gain views, but drive results. When it comes to video for business, one of the biggest mistakes I see is not the lighting, it's not the camera, it's not the editing, it's the message. Most business videos are about the company, not the audience. They don't convert because they're about you. Most business videos focus on the company. They talk about the product, the features, the awards, the process, what makes them different. But they skip the one thing that viewers actually care about: themselves. When someone presses play on your video, they're not thinking, I hope this company has an impressive internal system. They're thinking, will this solve my problem? Will this save me time? Will this make me money? Will this reduce stress? Will this make me look good in my role? These are the filters that decision makers use. So here's a quick test for you. If your video starts with something like, we were founded in, or our mission is, or here's our product, there's a good chance your audience stopped watching before you finish the first sentence. It's not because your company isn't impressive, I'm sure it is, but it's because they don't know why they should care. And if your message doesn't pass through that filter immediately, you've lost them. Here's the uncomfortable truth. People don't care about you. They care about themselves. That sounds harsh, but it's not selfish, it's just human nature. Even you watching this video right now, you're not here because you're deeply invested in my story. You're here because you want your content to work better. You want your marketing to actually generate some kind of opportunity. Ultimately, you want your business to grow. And you're hoping, by educating yourself, that you'll spark some new, fresh ideas. That's completely normal. But most businesses forget this the moment they start creating content. They start with, we were founded in 2014, and then the audience is gone. There's one mistake I see companies make over and over again when they create videos, and once you see it, you'll start noticing it everywhere. This is where companies really get stuck. They fall in love with their features. They think, this is what makes us special. But buyers don't care about features, and that sounds weird, I know, but it's true. What they really care about is outcomes. And I know this is not the first time you're hearing this, but I think it's something a lot of companies need to be reminded of often. A feature sounds like this: we use a proprietary onboarding system. An outcome sounds like you'll be up and running in half the time without disrupting your team. A feature: we built a custom dashboard with advanced analytics. Or outcome: you can see exactly what's working and what's not in seconds. A feature: we built an advanced platform. Outcome: you stop wasting hours every week fixing the same problem. Do you see the difference? Features describe what you built. Outcomes describe how their life improves. And outcomes are what actually convert. This happens because most businesses create content from the inside out. They start with, what do we want to say? And what are we proud of? What makes us different? But the content that actually drives growth is built from the outside in. It starts with questions like, what is our audience struggling with? What's frustrating them right now? What have they already tried? What is it costing them not to solve this problem? That's a big one. Because if your content doesn't clearly articulate the problem someone is experiencing, they won't trust you with the solution. There's a simple shift that changes everything. Stop asking, what do we want to say? And start asking, what does our audience need to hear to move forward? When we build content strategies for our clients, we structure the message before the camera ever turns on. Before you talk about your product, answer, what problem are they facing? What's it costing them? What happens if they ignore it? What does it look like once it's solved? When people see themselves in your message, they lean in. When they only see you, they tune out. And there's one more reason business videos fail. Sometimes the messaging is fine, but the strategy is wrong. Most companies create one big brand video and expect it to do everything. Raise awareness, build trust, create authority, objection handling, conversion. I mean, that's a lot. That's not how buying decisions work. Different stages require different conversations. This is something we spend a lot of time helping companies figure out. How to structure video so it actually supports the way people make real buying decisions. Top of funnel builds awareness and insight. Middle of funnel builds trust and authority. Bottom of funnel removes risk, drives decisions. If you expect one video to do all of that, course you'll think video doesn't work. But the problem here isn't video, it's strategy. Most companies treat video like a piece of content, but the companies seeing real growth treat it like infrastructure, something that builds trust, builds authority, and compounds over time. That's the difference between a video that gets views and a video system that actually drives business. So in all of that, what actually works? Well, lead with the problem, speak to outcomes, make the viewer the hero, not your company, and build content intentionally for different stages of the buyer journey. Eventually, you'll explain your features, but only after the viewer understands, this is for me. Because conversion doesn't happen when someone understands your product, it happens when they recognize themselves inside your message. If your videos aren't converting, don't upgrade your camera, upgrade your perspective. Stop asking, how do we make ourselves look impressive? Start asking, how do we make our audience feel understood? That shift alone can change everything. Because when your audience feels understood, trust starts instantly. And trust is what actually drives decisions. Well, I hope that was helpful. If you're using video in your marketing right now, I'd be curious, what role is it actually playing in your business? Let me know in the comments. And if you're interested in using video more strategically to build trust and authority, there are a few more videos on this channel that break this down even further. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.